Find your fire, guys. What do you want to do one day in your life?
These are among the most exclusive and highly trained nannies in the world.
Ready, here we go.
They learn self-defense and advanced driving techniques. And even their cooking skills are a cut above.
We're sort of training a league of super nannies.
Think Mary Poppins with a little James Bond. The course at Norland College in England costs them $21,000 a year.
Can you believe it? That equates to about 383,000 Rand a year just in course fees.
But after graduation, they can command salaries of $170,000.
Can you believe it? 3.1 million Rand.
That's 4 times the average nanny salary in the UK. Britain's royal family has even hired them. So, what does it take to become one of the most exclusive nannies in the world? Trained to protect themselves and the children in their care, Norland nannies are part of an elite. Often working for high-profile employers, they're expected to deal with potential threats, like kidnap attempts.
Unfortunately, I have had an experience where a man tried to take the little girl that I used to look after. I said, "You need to give her back," and he said, "No," and so I just had to pull her off of him whilst holding onto the buggy where her baby brother was. That's why I think parents hire Norlanders, because we are given that extensive training for these worst case scenarios. You are looking after their most prized possession.
No. Shaking, your hands are shaking.
Got the adrenaline going.
In the career they've chosen,
No!
a lot of them don't realise what they're capable of. But after getting them into this, they really do come out of themselves.
It takes 4 years to become a fully qualified Norland nanny. 3 years of study, followed by a year's placements with a family. And it's more expensive than studying at Oxford or Cambridge University. But the idea is that their qualification will soon start paying off.
Within a year, they're actually averaging about 40,000 a year. So that's a young person in their early 20s, probably earning more money than perhaps an up-and-coming accountant or lawyer.
£40,000 a year is incredible, especially early on in your 20s after you've just finished studying. I mean, almost R1 million a year. And I think you must remember that this is also basically all saving money, because I think you live with the people, eat with the people, your pairing family.
Knowing how to control a car in skid is just one of the skills a modern-day Norland nanny can offer clients. Norland College was founded by Emily Ward nearly 130 years ago. Her aim was to encourage a better and more educated class of women to enter the ranks of domestic service. The college wants to attract more diverse, more international students. Norland is also taking on university status.
Soon we will become Norland University and will be the first specialist early years university in the world.
But for Freya, becoming a Norland nanny isn't about pay or prestige, it's about a passion for the job.
I want children to learn because they want to, I want them to explore because they want to, and be curious about the world. And for me, seeing that is the most rewarding thing ever. That's more rewarding than any paycheck I could ever get. Seeing a child exploring, being curious, wanting to learn, wanting to grow, that's just so incredible.
No pain, no gain, guys. You've got to put in the work. And then this quote also, very, very important. My goal is simple. I want to get better every day, get 1% better every day. It doesn't happen in one big step. It happens by small steps put together. Listen to this next clip here. Use your after hours, use your weekends. It's not enough just to work in work hours. Use your after hours, weekends, spare time.
I'm going to close on this verse. Sow your seed in the morning. You know who wrote this? The richest man that ever lived. Normally, I would suggest to people, if you want to be successful, don't take advice from a failure. This guy was the richest man that ever lived. I figure you better listen to the fella. Here's what he says. Sow your seed in the morning, and in the evening, let not your hands be idle. He tells you why. Because you know not which one might prosper you, whether this one or that one or both. This is good advice. Let me explain what he means. He says in the morning, go to work on your job. In the evening, work on your own business. See it there? In the morning, go to your job. In the evening, work on your work. In the morning, go to the job. In the evening, don't watch TV. Do you know that your future is after 5 p.m.? You build your life after you go home. Because from 9 to 5, you don't own your life. Think for a minute. You got a 9 to 5 job, that means you cannot grow between 9 and 5. You can't work on your future between 9 and 5. You're building someone else's. You got to work after 5. After 5 o'clock, start thinking, dreaming, working, developing. Why? He says, in the evening, let not your hands be idle.
Insightful diagram here. I think if you focus on just trying to be 1% better each day, look, after a year, you are like 31 times the person you are. And if you're becoming 1% worse each day, look at this. You are 0.03% of who you were. Pretty scary. And don't get despondent. Success is not linear and easy. Success has problems, doubt, a bit of fear, difficulty, but embrace these things. I mean, they make you learn and grow. Another interesting diagram here. I mean, your success is made up of failures and successes. You learn maybe even more from failures than successes. So the wall of success, or whatever you visualize success is made up of failures and successes, and so you learn and grow. Look at this young lady at 17, she's making like almost R1 million a month off her slime business. I mean, she epitomizes, I think, what this gentleman was talking about, using your after hours, because obviously building her business, she had to go to school in, call it 9 to 5, and after hours build her business.
I went from making slime in my bedroom to making $50,000 in 1 month, and here's how I did it. I went from making slime in my bedroom to making $50,000 in 1 month, and here's how I did it. I've created over 300 different kinds of slimes. I make around 10 gallons of slime a day. Since I've started, I sold around 100,000 slimes in total. I ship it all over the world. When I told my parents I wanted to start a slime business, they thought I was crazy. A white glue foam slime, which is a super crunchy and colorful slime that makes amazing bubble pops and crunches. I'm gonna be making 2 gallons of slime, so I have to use 2 gallons of glue. Then you pick out your scents, your colors, and then you add in your activator. Today I'm feeling like a blue cotton candy type of scent. Each week we spend around $800 on supplies. Each week we spend around $800 on supplies, which is like glue, scents, clay, sprinkles. In some of my slimes we have secret ingredients, but I can't show you those today. I work every single day. I try to take breaks, but it's really hard. Once your slime is formed, you can add in a bunch of add-ins. There's sprinkles, foam beads like we're using today. You can honestly do anything. The possibilities are endless. Sometimes I'll get an idea in the middle of the night and I just like wake up out of my sleep and I'm like, I have to make this slime. This is one. You can definitely tell that I wrote it in my sleep because it didn't make any sense. Each batch of slime makes around 50 to 100 jars depending on how big the batch is.
If you get slime in your hair, you can just use hot water. It'll melt right back into glue. Learn that the hard way.
I sell around 1,000 slimes each week, and each slime is priced at around $12 to $16. My favorite slime personally is cereal milk. It's been selling out every single week. I love making slime. I love playing with the big batches. Now that we made our slime, it's time to make an ASMR video with it because that's what my followers love. ASMR is short for Autonomous Sensory Meridian Response, and it is basically the sensation that some people get when they watch slime videos. I know that I find it very satisfying. I like to make sure there's a good variety of noises, so I want to make sure there's pokes, there's bubble pops, and there's crunches. Oh, this is a crunch. My business really started to take off back in 2017 when I started my YouTube channel. The most views I've ever gotten on a video was I think 7 million, and it was on TikTok. Making these ASMR videos is basically like marketing because you're showing the product before people buy it, so they basically know what they're gonna get.
I do not really like slime but I have a few ones that I don't mind touching. Pretty much everybody in this family gets stuck in the slime business except for my brother. He somehow stayed out of it.
He's dodged it. As a child, I was very entrepreneurial. I first heard about slime when I was browsing through Instagram back in 2016. One day, I was going to Target with my mom and we found this blue glitter glue. And that night, I came home and made slime with it, and I ended up posting it to Instagram. My first sale was to one of my friends, but I don't think he ever paid me. So, if he's watching this, you owe me like $4. It's time to post it to my Instagram to get people excited. I work super hard on my social media profiles. I have 600,000 followers on Instagram. We just got an order for Cotton Candy Skies. I sell some of my merch on my website. I sell hoodies and phone cases and face masks and socks and t-shirts. I definitely earn more from slime than merch. Someone bought it and they posted it. The quickest I've ever sold out during a restock was only 1 minute. That was back in 2018. In the future, I would love to open up my own slime warehouse where I can have people come into the warehouse and buy slimes in person. I feel so grateful to be able to run a business at 17. I love the fact that I'm earning money from something that brings people joy.
To end off, guys, this girl didn't build her business in one day. My goal is I want to get better every day, 1% better each day. And I'm so excited for what will happen in your lives when you do this.